I'm not good at saying hello.
Yes, you are. Just say hello. One of the first things you learn in school.
You alright?
Hello everybody, thank you for watching another of our videos. In today's video we are just going to talk a little bit about an exhibition. You've put me off now.
Exhibition, not expedition. Keeps thinking we're off to space.
In today's video we're going to talk about a show that we went to. It's called the Naidex show. We went to that earlier in September. It was at the NEC in Birmingham. Really good event. Lots of gadgets,
if you've not heard
tech.
of the Naidex show before, it's basically an exhibition where they get all the latest wheelchair accessible tech in one place.
Not just wheelchair stuff, loads of different stuff based around accessibility.
Yeah.
Making things accessible for people with disabilities, but equally if you don't have a disability, they had cool gadgets that you can get on your phone, like apps that help you control your lights, your heating,
security,
loads of stuff. Yeah, it's really interesting. So much stuff there. We had a really good time, didn't we?
Yeah, it's just a good opportunity to test, try, feel
new equipment
and see all the new equipment. Really, you really get a good idea for whether it could be useful to you or to anyone.
And talk to other people as well. We got to speak to lots of other people. Similar to George in wheelchairs, or they wanted to know advice about your wheelchair. So it's really nice to network with other people as well.
I went to an event similar to this about 3 or 4 years ago in London, and to be fair, I didn't even know this one was on until I saw a post literally the day it was on. I think it was on the 15th and 16th of September.
Yeah.
And I saw a post just by chance on Instagram about it.
Decided that you wanted to go.
And just said, yeah, should we go?
Yeah, drove up on the day at 2 o'clock. You decided, oh yeah, let's go to Birmingham.
Oh yeah, and Birmingham's about 3 hours away from where we live, so it wasn't
okay.
that easy.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like the right thing to do, really.
Yeah, so we booked accommodation through. So the Naidex show were advertising this company called Event Express. It's free. They help you. There's no charge or anything. They basically help book accommodation for you.
It's just a booking agent.
Yeah. So you booked accommodation through them. We said that obviously we're travelling up. We'll be arriving at 10 p.m. Is that okay? We're travelling up for a show the next day. And then when we got to the hotel that we booked that night, they turned around and said, we got there about 10:30 in the evening. They turned around and said, oh, your hotel's booked for tomorrow night. So,
well, no, we were saying our names and they were like, okay, nothing in the system. And then just searched our name in the whole system. Like, oh, we've got a booking for tomorrow night.
So yeah, I was absolutely raging because they'd booked it for the wrong night. We called on the 15th to book a hotel for that night to go to the event tomorrow. They booked it for the 16th instead of the 15th. So that's been a bit of a nightmare. And even just Event Express, not happy with you. They've ignored our emails and we've asked for a refund. We spoke to them the very next day on the phone and they said, oh yeah, we'll get back to you, we're looking into it. Well, I sent Chase emails and they've not even responded. They've just completely ignored us. So
yeah, not ideal.
I'll be looking
into
that.
And I can't believe how hard it is to get a hotel on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, so we were trying then at 10:30 at night to try and get another hotel.
Drive half an hour to find somewhere else that was free.
So somewhere else eventually said that there was a family room going and a Premier Inn another 30 minutes away, so we drove there. Yeah,
it didn't have an accessible bathroom or anything, but we didn't really need that. We were only staying there for one night, so as long as I could get the chair in the door and whatnot, it was fine. So yeah, we made it work.
So in the morning after breakfast we set off to the NEC.
Which was about half an hour from where we stayed in the end, so it wasn't too bad. And we had parking where we stayed, which is one of the big factors of the hotel we chose. And then we had parking when we got to the Naidex, so yeah, it was fine.
The only thing that I would say is that the signposting for the Naidex event when you get there is but there isn't any.
Yeah, it's so big then. There's so
Yeah,
much
we
going
just
on.
followed everyone else, but
Just
there
followed
wasn't
the
one
crowds.
single sign that said this way to the Naidex show. But I mean, we found our way just following other people. But yeah, that would be the only criticism. But yeah, the venue was massive, loads of different stalls, showing lots of different things. I mean, as soon as you walk in, there's like just wheelchairs everywhere being displayed, like really cool ones, like ones that look like
Tanks.
go to war in it.
Yeah.
It was
There's
cool.
loads of weird and wonderful off-road chairs. There's obviously loads of manual, everyday chairs, and loads of
If you might have
power
seen,
chairs.
we
as
did
well.
an Instagram post with some photos, and they had like a snowboarding chair, chair that you can like use for skiing. George has used a snowboarding chair before. You have a skiing one, sorry, skiing,
one, yeah.
because he's been skiing before. Yeah, loads of really really awesome stuff like standing chairs, other
Walk-
sort of
walking
movement
chairs.
bits.
Yeah,
Exercise.
chairs that help you to walk, which I want to try out. I think we took their card and stuff, so we're going to arrange a home visit with them. That would be good.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Cars, all the latest cars and wheelchair accessible vehicles. Yeah, just had absolutely everything there. Home tech, security.
Make your whole house accessible.
Yeah, make your whole house accessible to.
Had really good stuff that if you maybe live alone or with a carer, or I don't know, but like an alarm system. So if like motion sensor. So if you were to fall, it would signal on the sensor and it would let your carer know or your family member, whoever. Really, really clever technology. We spoke to obviously loads of different people, different companies and such there. One of them was called Access Your Life. They were really, really cool.
Yeah.
Really nice people.
Nice guy. Then loads of little knick-knacky bits that just make your life easier. They had this sort of thing you put around your zip, so that make it easier to grab
Pull your
hold
zip
of
up.
and pull your zip up. Stuff for your chair. Also bumped into our friends from Tresonetic. Yeah, obviously we speak to them fairly regular anyway, but it was actually nice to catch up with them, meet them, see some of the new stuff they're planning for their chairs, and just see how they were getting on really.
Lots of people obviously was like talking to George about his chair. There was one lady that approached us. She was looking at a chair for her younger son, and so we tried to
Just
advise
ask
as best we
our
could,
feedback at least.
what your opinion was on the chair.
It was good to, when you do bump into people and go, oh, what chair's that? You can just sort of say, oh, just go and check out the Tresonetic stand, and then point them straight in the direction of the people that know it best. Karma Mobility were there.
We actually missed them. We
we didn't actually.
It's such a
manage
big
to
event.
see
Like
them.
you think you've seen it all, but you haven't. Like
Yeah.
it would be good to go over both days because there is so much there.
Yeah.
We didn't even know they were there. But obviously George has worked with Karma before and
I've advertised a couple of their chairs, and
tried them out.
they've got some really good chairs on offer, so check them out too.
So George has what do you drive? A Grand Four?
I don't drive.
He doesn't drive. He sits in a
Wheelchair.
George drives. I drive for George a Grand Voyage. What is it?
Grand Voyager.
Grand Voyager.
Chrysler.
And it's been adapted so that George can sit in the front of the car. It's really, really tricky to come across a nice big car like that. But at the event, they had a Merc, which you'd seen previously when they were talking about getting wheelchairs in the front of the car. So excited to see that, and you thought, oh, that's my new car.
Well, basically, a lot of wheelchair accessible vehicles you kind of have to sit at the back, so they have a rear entrance, then you sit at the back, or depending on how long it is, you sit right at the back, or you can sit just behind the driver's seat. But I prefer to sit right up front, and there's only a few options, or so I thought there was only a few options. And a while ago, Mercedes brought out a wheelchair accessible Vito, but you have to come in through the back, and you kind of sat right in the middle of the car. And so at the time I said that it wasn't for me, and that maybe in the future if they adapted it again so that you could get right up to the passenger seat, then maybe I'll try it again. And we came across it at the show, didn't we? They had a Mercedes there with the side access. I was like,
very
bloody hell.
nice, very nice.
Yeah, it did look really
Very
good, and I
flash.
was getting
So
a bit carried away.
George gave it a go,
I said,
got in there.
well, no, when I saw it, I was like, we're going home in a new car today. Because I thought, well, this is going to be the one. But I tried it out. Tried the side access ramp, and the ramp was fine. But once I got in the car, the head height for me wasn't great. Although it worked perfectly for some chairs. The guy who owned it and came, he drives it himself, and he was in a wheelchair, and yeah, it worked fine for him, but just for me, the head height was a bit too low. I was kind of crouched down like that a little bit, and yeah, it just wouldn't have been feasible for me, which is a shame. And they did say that they are going to try and work on lifting the head height, or if you sit slightly further back or something, they could lift the head height of the car. But I don't want to sit. I want to sit in the passenger side. I don't want to sit too far back, and I feel uncomfortable. So yeah, it was just
not meant to
watch
be.
that space, and hopefully they keep adapting it, keep improving it, and then one day I'll get one.
So we would 100% recommend going to that event or events like it. We're definitely going to keep an eye out for more like that. We just had such a good time. Like, it was really fun just to walk around and see different things, talk to different people. You learn lots of different things. I learned lots of things as well. Obviously, being able-bodied, it was nice seeing what's out there, what could help, what could be useful. Even things like thinking about in the future, like when you get a bit older, you know, I can't be carrying George around and stuff like that. There's lots of equipment and stuff that helps with things like that. So yeah, it was really, really insightful, and I'd go again. I had a good time, and I'm not even disabled, and that's what I mean. Like, it is literally for anyone. Like, I had fun there, and it was nice to talk to people.
Yeah, it was good. That was, I think, the best bit about it was just meeting people in similar situations, and then seeing what chairs they use, and then what little adaptations they put on their own chairs and little things they come up with themselves, which is really interesting to see. Obviously, everyone comes up with their own way of doing things. So to meet people and then see like little adaptations on the chairs, like cup holders and all this sort of stuff, it was just like, oh yeah, I could add that, or like chair mounts for cameras and all sorts of different things. And yeah, you just get talking to them and how long they've had their chairs, what's good about it, what's not so good. Would they recommend it, all that sort of stuff. It's just good to speak to the people that actually use them and with life experience. It was really, really interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely go down there. I don't know when the next one is, but keep an eye out on the Naidex social media or website, whatever, and follow them, and
maybe we'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
If you don't hate what you see, please like and subscribe. Today, Junior. So today's video, we're going to talk about poo.
And we.
And me. Mainly poo. Called the Naidex expedition. Don't! You've done this to me now. Right, let's start again. Exhibition.
We're not going anywhere near space. We're not going on any expeditions. Just say we went to the Naidex show in Birmingham.
I've got a cat now. I fed a stray cat, which George wasn't happy about, and now it keeps coming back.
That's what they do.